Now, what are the effects of electricity? You know, so many things we use at home and we are using electric current for this. Our bulbs give us light because of electricity. When the electricity passes through the bulb, the filament, that is a thin wire inside the bulb, gets heated up so much that it starts glowing, and that is how it starts emitting light. So, one effect of electric current is that we can get light. Now, let us go to another very important effect, and that is heat. Sometimes when anything, and even your switch or your you can say bulb which has been on for very long time, if you switch it off and then you try to touch it, it will be very difficult. Do not touch it, you can even burn your hands, it will be so hot. But just if you want to get a feel of it, what you can do is you can switch on the bulb for a while, for say 2-3 minutes, and then touch it. So, one very obvious effect of electricity is that it produces heat. Most of the equipments that we use at home are based on this principle. Now, some of these equipments are room heater, cooking heater, toaster, iron, and so on. In all these equipments, what you will find is that, especially in case of heaters, there is a coiled wire inside it. This coiled wire is called element. Many times you must have heard your parents say that element of this thing is spoiled, so we have to replace it. So, basically that element is nothing but coiled wire. When the electrical current passes through this element, it gets heated up and it is able to emit heat. And in the case of cooking heater, we are able to cook with that heat, and in case of room heater, it warms up the room during the winters. In the case of iron or toaster also, the same concept is there. But in the case of iron, you will find we are not able to see any coiled wire. So, where is the element and how does it get heated up and how does it iron our clothes? If you will remove the base of the iron, inside there is element, and that element gets heated up, and so the metallic plate which is at the base of iron also gets heated up and is able to remove the wrinkles of our clothes, and we say the clothes have been ironed. So, in all these equipments, the basic principle used is that heat is produced when electric current is passed through a metallic wire. But in some cases, this heat produced may be minimal. Actually, the production of heat depends upon three things. These three things are material of the wire, thickness of the wire, and the length of the wire. The thick wire naturally can produce or can sustain more electrical current. But in the case of thin wire, what happens is that it gets heated up, as in the case of bulb. What happens? When there is excessive current, sometimes that thin wire gets so much of electric current that it produces lot of heat, and as a result it breaks, and this is called fuse. We say the bulb has been fused. If you take a bulb, fused bulb, try to look into the bulb, you will find the wire is just hanging because it has broken due to excessive electrical current and no longer it is giving light. So, if the filament is of good material and if it is not very thin, it will sustain for longer time.